So I am making this video more so for myself, but obviously you're free to watch and comment if you want, but this is due to the occasion that tomorrow, around exactly noon, I'll have graduated from college. I mean, it's a huge step. I honestly, I always thought that something would get in the way and that actually graduating would never be attainable. But tomorrow, it's here, it's coming, it's happening. But I just think this is the really good time to reflect on the past 4 years I've had in, in the college life, college experience, what I've learned from it. And I think some of the things I might say other people can relate to. But I'm coming up with this at the top of my head. But so if I repeat myself or if my thoughts seem scattered, just bear with me. I'm sorry. But this is a good time to reflect on what I learned, how I grew from it, and how it has changed me. I mean, it really has. Nothing like college will ever have that much power to change you and to make you a better person. I guess I can start off with who I was before I ever went to college. I'll admit, I thought I had a grasp on what I wanted, on what people would see of me, on what I expected of people, but that really wasn't the case. My freshman year, I was at another college besides Mary Washington. It was along the coast of New Jersey. I was not happy. I was lonely. I didn't have a set group of friends. And most of the time, I just thought I was to blame for making that stupid decision to waste my parents' money and time to drive me to a horrible school in New Jersey. But what I learned from that year is that you need to look at your situations, your problems, and you need to decide what's best for you. Don't think about what's best for your friends, for other people who you're trying to impress. You need to think about what's best for you. And for me that year, it was going to another college. And that's exactly what I did. And seriously, I think that was the best decision I ever made. Honestly. Transferring to Mary Washington was the best decision I have ever made. So coming here to Mary Washington, I definitely learned a lot. I made new friends. I took challenging classes, which on one hand I kind of took for granted. I definitely took some of my classes for granted. Some of the professors were great. And I don't know, it was whether I thought I was too good for it, or that I didn't need it, or that I knew everything beforehand. It really isn't the case. I learned that from my freshman year too, because first semester of freshman year, 5 classes, Monday through Thursday, no classes on Friday, went home nearly every single weekend on the train. That really screwed me over. I mean, first semester you always learn a lot. It's a new setting, it's a culture shock, trying to get a group of friends. But just don't fuck up shit like that. Not like me. Junior year, takes a lot of my courage to say that that latter part of the year, spring semester, junior year, that year was really hard for me. I mean, when I face something, when I have a situation before me, I never give up. I never want to back down. I want to come up with what's best for me as soon as possible and just go. Just don't think, don't brood, just move past it, move on. But that semester, I turned into somebody I didn't recognize. And that was scary to me. It was scary. I really struggled with trying to come up with what was best for me and just trying not to hit rock bottom, not to have a meltdown, not to break down. But it took me long enough to realize that I was the only one keeping myself from being happy and moving on. It was me, not nobody else. Nobody else's words, thoughts. It was me. I was the one holding myself back from moving on. I was the only one keeping myself from going forward, getting over it. That year taught me that nobody else's actions or words thought just went out of me. It is basically it's yourself that needs to keep in check. I mean, you ultimately need to, I don't know how to phrase this, but you're the one who ultimately keeps yourself in check and will do whatever it takes to get you to be yourself. To be yourself, to be happy with yourself, to be at peace, to love yourself again. But after those 2 months, I just woke up one morning and I was at peace with everything. I loved myself again. But ultimately, don't keep yourself from coming up with what is best for you. That's what I learned my junior year. And this year, don't take anything for granted. Just live it up. Make friends. Have a great time, but do well. I mean, you'll have some sleep-deprived nights, but you'll be okay. It taught me a lot. I'll miss it, but it's time. Like I said, transferring to Mary Washington was the best decision I ever made. It really was.